Hi, this is my Wednesday night Facebook Live. I'm just going to double check I'm over I am. I'll just turn that down. So it looks like I'm over on my business page over in Facebook. So that's perfect. So that's cool. So I hope everyone's well and having a good week. I'm still getting over my cold. It seems to be hanging around a bit longer than I would like. But anyway, that's okay. So I am going to play with some retiring product and some carrying over product. So let's switch over to the craft desk and we can get started. Okay. There's a delay from when I do it in my OBS to when it happens on my screen. There we go. Seems to take forever. So I'm going to play with the retiring colour of So Saffron. The Boat Builder Punch is carrying over, but the Let's Set Sail stamp set is not. So, and we're going to play with use Rays of Light stamp set as well. Let me just get over here. That's carrying over. So those two things are carrying over. The So Saffron and the Let's Set Sail stamp set are not. They are retiring. So let's just grab a catalogue. I had it handy and then I put it to one side. So let's just move these things around a bit. There's some other ink pads that I'm going to use. Okay, so in the annual catalogue, the retiring annual catalogue on page 80, you'll find that the Let's Set Sail stamp set is retiring. And it's, let me see if I can move it up a little bit more. There we go. And it is 40% off. So the stamp set itself is only $30. So it's 40% off. So let's just do a quick calculation and work out what that is. So take $12 off. So that brings it down to, I can't even do that. My head's not good enough. $18 the stamp set's being brought down to. So that's pretty cool. So that's down to $18 because it's 40% off. The bundle's retiring because the stamp set's retiring. But as I said, the Boat Builder Punch is carrying over. So this stamp set's down to $18. That's pretty cool. So, and then the So Saffron cardstock, here it is. So Saffron, everything in So Saffron is retiring if it's not already gone. So that's one of the retiring core colours. And the other colours I'm going to use tonight are Tahitian Tide, Parakeet Party, and Starry Sky. So they're this year's in colours that carry over for another year. And you know what? I've hardly used this year's in colours because they're very bright. But we're going to use them tonight. So let's put that to one side and bring in our pieces of cardstock that we're going to use. Okay, so I have got, from the stylish shape dies that are carrying over, I've got a circle and a banner. I've got the So Saffron card base, and I've got a black piece of basic black matting cardstock and a piece of basic white. So let's just get this all scored up nicely. Oh, hi, Lynn. You can't get rid of your cold either. Oh. It just seems to be not wanting to go away. It's horrible. I mean, I have improved, but yeah, it's just hanging around. Okay, so let's move our card base out of the way. I've got the Rays of Light stamp set. Now, I could put this on a block, but I'm not going to. Well, I hope you get better soon too. So this is the So Saffron ink pad, and I'm just going to ink up the background stamp. And get a piece of scrap paper, wherever that may be. I had it here earlier today. There we go. So, and I've got my piece of cardstock, my white cardstock, and I'm just going to put it down to the bottom right so that I capture the sun shooting out. And I'm just going to... Now this is where I'm going to miss the Stamparatus, because I used to use the Stamparatus mainly for my big background stamps. So this is where I'm really going to struggle without it, but we'll survive. Okay, so that's one way of doing it, and you get quite a good image onto your cardstock. So... So I'll just get my chamois and I'll just clean off my background stamp. I mean, you can put them on the biggest block, the biggest clear block that Stampin' Up sells. But I struggle to get my hand around a big block. So I find background stamps doing it the way I just did it then is the easiest way to do it myself. So that's a piece of cardstock all done up. Now I need to probably get my dauber and just tweak around the edges. I've been going through everything and taking retired colours out of things and seeing what I've got left. So I'll just have a look. Yep, that's good. Okay, so just to make the yellow go right to the end, I'm just going to dauber the edge of the white cardstock, and that gives it colour right to the end. You must be enjoying the cooler weather though, Lynn. I know I am. Although it seems to be like too sudden. After all that heat that we had, it just seems a bit sudden. Okay, so that's my card front done. So I'm going to put a retiring So Saffron. I quite like So Saffron. I wish it wasn't going, but you know, I'll move on. So let's get my blue. So there's been some great specials in this last chance retirement list. And if anybody wants anything, wants to save some money and on some product, just let me know and I can help you with that. So I'm matting it onto a piece of basic black because I just think black gives you a really good, you know, it's vibrant and strong having that as the background, and it also separates the colour between the colour of the card base. Okay, so now where's my stamp set? Here it is. I'll move it to here. So this is something I picked up from somebody. I don't know who it was, but it was a great idea. I'll get rid of that one. And you punch out a template, and then it will match up perfectly with your punch. When you go to punch it, you can stamp all of your images, because the sailboat is separate images. You can see the sailboat is the mast and the boat, and then the two sails are separate. So I saw this, I don't know where I saw it, but it was really clever, and I thought, I'm going to do that. So this is the boat and the mask, and I'm going to do that in Parakeet Party. Is that what it's called? Yes. Move over there. And as I said, this is a template I've used. I saw somebody do it, and it was such a cool idea. So let's just hope that we can do it. We can recreate the cool idea without my head coming in. Yep, that looks pretty good. I'll get my chamois. I'll get rid of the mast and the boat. And I'll get my Tahitian tide. I'm anxiously awaiting my, where's the other, oh there it is, my pre-order, but it's still in picking. I ordered last Wednesday, and yeah, I haven't got a shipping notification yet, and I checked today and it's still in shipping. It's in picking. So now I'm going to just go over this. So if you get a stamp set and a punch that the punch doesn't actually cut the whole image out in one go, this little template idea I think is a great way of, now I can't find my other sail. What have I done with it? Oh look, it's stuck on the plastic bag. Oh my lord. This template way of stamping is really, really good. I've moved my template, but I'm just lining it back up again. So, just want to line it. That's it. So I've got my other sail, and I'm just going to, I'm trying not to let my head come in. Sorry, it does. I just saw that. Damn it. Okay, so it's a really cool way of stamping your image and then just punching it all out in one go. There's not many that I think would work. Maybe the ladybird punch might be one that would work like this. So now I'm just going to slide this in and line it up as best I can. I find at night time with the shadows it's a little bit tricky, but I'm getting, I think I'm getting there. There we go. So you can see that I've got that lined up, hopefully pretty well. I didn't line that sail up very well. Not to worry. It probably won't matter when I put it onto my little. And then I've got my circle. I could have done that a bit better. And you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to restamp that because I'm not happy with it. I'm not going to accept second best. I think that's because my template moved. So let's cut this off again. Yeah, it's probably because my template moved. Okay. Close up my ink pad. Now, if you line your template up correctly, you don't have this problem. My punch is a little bit stiff. That's a little bit better. We'll go with that. I could keep that boat, but I'm not going to. That's that one. Okay, so now I shall get my circle in. Now, you know, this is not the right way to do it. This is the cheats way. Yeah, the mornings are a little bit cool, aren't they? Now, really, this stamp should be going on a longer block, but I'm just, you know, faking it till I make it. There we go. And I might just do a little bit more down here because I missed a bit down there. I'll close that up because it's very inky. So if anybody wants a really good mail stamp set, this is a great one. And as I said, the punch is not retiring. So, but the stamp set is, and it's down to $18. So that's a pretty good bargain. And it's great for boys, male, masculine men. Yeah, it's good. It's a good stamp set for all age groups, I think. Okay, so now I'm going to get my little silicone mat out because I want to get my boat and my snail. And just put some adhesive onto my boat and mast. I think I've got a bit too much adhesive on. And I'm going to stick that like so. Yes, that adhesive went around the corners and up the sides. So, just get rid of it. I don't think I'll need that again. And then I've got my sails. And this sail's a better sail. I'll get rid of that one. I don't like it. And I've got my what are these things called? Mini dimensionals, that's what they're called. So I'm just going to put one down here. Yeah, I really used to love spring and autumn, and I don't think we get those anymore. I don't think we get those seasons. It's just sort of either summer or winter now, and I feel ripped off because spring and autumn are my favourites. Mind you, the days are still pretty nice. So I'm just going to put my sail like so. So that's my sail done. Sails. And I'm going to get my little birds. It's a really cool little stamp set. I do like it. And we've got this little flock of birds flying along. And I'll put that there. So I'm pretty sure that's done now. bring our card back in. I haven't attached it to the card base yet. Now I'm going to put it there. I'm really glad this background stamp's not going, because you can do lots of things with it. So I'll just get some dimensionals. Okay, and we'll just put that like so. And I've got this banner up here, but I'll probably have to grab my go-to greetings, because none of these greetings will fit on the banner. No, they're not going to fit. Oh, unless I tried to do something a bit sketchy, I could try something sketchy. Look, I've got another banner cut out, so let's just see what we can come up with, hey? Oh, look, stop it. It's sticking to my fingernails. All right, let's just put it on this way. Ah. Okay. Let's just see if I can be clever. I probably can't. See if I can ink up that top bit. Adventure. And now let's see if I can ink up the bottom bit. It looks pretty good. Let's see if we can get away with this. Hope my head doesn't come in. Sorry if it does. Hey, look at that. I'm impressed with myself. I was going to just go to my go-to greetings and not try that, but I'm really glad I tried it. How cool. Okay, let's put this onto our card base with our glue. So between now and the 2nd of May, I'll probably keep doing a little bit of what's retiring and what's staying, because I think it's always good to play with both, and then the focus isn't all on what's going. There we go. And shall I put that flat or will I put that up? I think I'll pop it. One in the middle and one on the end. So I hope you've enjoyed watching that. Normally if I do that template with the punch, it does work. It just didn't want to work for me tonight. That's okay. There we go. So it's somebody setting sail. I think I got it straight. I'm not sure. I think so. Someone's setting sail on an adventure. Now I shall put an insert inside my card, because my card base isn't just right. There we go. And we might get this little tails just don't want to stay put. What's this one say? Hope it's your best day ever. Let's get a starry sky and pop that down there. So that's our card for tonight. Very simple. You could, I know there's another big punch coming, so you could use, because I think that's a 2.5 inch punch, and we don't have a current 2.5 inch punch. But you could use a circle punch for that, and the boat builder punch. This is a die, but we've also got the pick a banner punch. So this card could all be done with punches. You don't need a die cutting machine. So I hope you like that. It's a nice masculine or even a little boy's card who might be into sailing. Hope it's the best day ever. So I hope that was a fun little card tonight, and I hope you have a great rest of the evening, and that you, let me just do this because I can. There we go. I hope you have a great rest of the evening and rest of the week. And I have pre-recorded my Facebook Live for Friday because I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. I've got a few things on. My work is a bit messy at the moment because we had to put somebody off. So myself and the other lady are picking up the slack, and so my work days are a bit all over the place. So I might have to do some pre-recorded ones between now and, I don't know, whenever we get somebody else. And we start getting into a bit more of a routine at work. But have a great rest of the week. I've got a recording done for Friday, so I'll upload that at 2 o'clock. And I shall see you again on Friday, be recorded, and for my Makeup Monday next Monday. So have a great night. Bye for now.